Hi everyone. Today we're talking about closing the eyes as preparation for samadhi. Closing your eyes as a preparation is more important than you think. If you can reach the inner peace through samadhi, require 100 points of relaxation of the body. Another part of the body, if you can perfectly relaxing it, you gain 25 points. While closing the eye, you can gain 75 points. It means even you relax perfectly for the body but fail in the eyes. However you try, you cannot gain the inner peace or gain the experience deeper than that. So this is how important of closing the eye is. So today for our class, I will concentrate to only one topic, closing the eyes. The way to perfectly closing the eyes, you have to imagine when you are going to sleep at night. Normally it's closed by itself, not you, the one who controls it. Normally in our way of living, we deal with a lot of trouble in our daily life. So most of the people when they are going to sleep, the thought will wander around inside their head until it becomes fever field of thought. When all of the thought disappear, the body relax and the eye close later. When the eyelid touch each other and you lost conscious, it means lost awareness, then you can go into sleep. So this is how it works. But when we practice samadhi, it means we are still awake and want to close our eyes. It's different. Because the way we are closing like this is mean you have intention to close the eye. So it's again the first rule of samadhi. What is the rule of samadhi is if there are four of them. It means whatever the way you practice, if you fail these four rules, it means don't understand the four rules completely, so you will fail. You cannot reach the relaxation or the peace inside or the deeper experience. So, why is that so? Because of closing the eye is mean we change the way of seeing inside. The way to closing the eye by use intention or awareness is our way of doing is we use the muscle, use the mind to order the body and use the muscle to close it. So this is that I said against the rule of samadhi. What is the rule of samadhi is? First is no forcing. Because the result of the forcing is tension or stress that happen all over the bodies again. So you cannot reach relaxation because tension is the enemy of relaxation. The second is no thought. When you have the thought, concentration is lagging. So it means if there are thoughts inside your head, you cannot find peace. You have to remove it first. The third is no question asked. You can have question, but you have to have before practice samadhi or later on after finishing it. But why inside you have to act like you are the one who have nothing inside your head, know nothing. So the one who know nothing, you have no question. The fourth rule of samadhi is no excitement. The last one only for someone who gain experience inside, because some of experiences have a bit intense, so it's unavoidable that we have excitement, but the thing we have to control it. Just like you play a roller coaster, it's excite the people, they are screaming and so on and so forth. What is that mean? It means the mind cannot keep stable. So peace and stable will come together. When you have excitement, while you found something, then you will lose it. Lost that I mentioned is in the samadhi, you lost it. It means experience will go on. For the example, you find the brightness inside. When the brightness comes, sometimes it feels like somebody flashing flashlight while you close your eye. Then you open your eye with excitement or something like that. Then your experience will go on. So the way we use for the first one is mean whatever we found inside, whatever we experience, or experiences we have to keep our mind stable, act ourselves like observer. So this is four rule: no forcing, no thought, no question, no excitement. This is from my point of view. So come back to closing our eyes as we understand, as I mentioned above, or mentioned before about the nature, we close our eye like this. And what about we have awareness, we closing the eye? How to do that? You have to understand the result of closing the eye first. What is the result? When we close our eye in nature for going to sleep, we expect nothing. Only I need some rest and let everything be as the nature calls. But when we have awareness, it's different story because we need to close it. So at least we understand this point, we can apply closing the eye, similarity of when we are going to sleep. Some of the cases, the people always lead the people for relax the eye, closing the eye by use the word. Close the eye very gently, as if you are going to sleep, or let the eyelid touch each other softly. This is to preventing you too much force to closing the eye, because the perfect one as you are going to sleep by closing like that is almost impossible. If closing perfect one get 100 points, while you have awareness, at least you can gain a maximum, maybe 90% is the best you can, or lower than that, because it's very hard to imitate the nature. But at least we try. So the way of closing the eye, you have to use the word much as you can. Closing the eye, the perfect way is when we close your eye, because our eye while we are closing and have awareness. The obstacle is when we open our eyes, we see something outside. When we are close our eye, the problem is we are seeing our eyelids. It means just like somebody look through the window and suddenly someone shutting the window. So from the view, you come back to see the reality is the door in front of you. The feeling just like you are in the cage, the smaller world. So the sight is different. When you open your eye, the sight become wide, open, and free. But when closing that window, it becomes small and restricted. So if you have experience like this, it's meaning the way you close your eye is a little bit off. The way to train closing our eyes have many ways. The first is closing our eye and trying to be the blind one. This means you have no eyes at all. Just like imagine we are blind people and see nothing. It means throwing your eyes completely. This requires training. Another one is my style. When you close the eye, close it slowly while the eyesight stick with outside world. For the example, you are sitting in the nature and closing the eye for practice. Take a look far as you can. If you take a look watching the trees, stick your sight at the tree while closing the eye and let the eyesight out of the tree. Stick with it. When the eyelids close completely, it means you see the eyelids, but your sight is stick with the tree. It's still wide open. Then after that, release the eyesight. And then use the insight instead, because outside seeing and inside seeing use different way of watching or seeing. Outside we use eyes, but inside is a picture that requires the mind to see. We should call it inside eyes. It's have a different. Outside we use two eyes, the physical eye over here, to concentrate, and then you can see. But the inside is have only one dimension. Outside, when you see two objects, you can concentrate only one, and another one close by will become blurred. It's not clear. Only the one that we concentrated on will become clearer than another. But the insight is, when you train enough, two objects you will see clearer at the same quality. This thing you don't need to believe me, you have to train further, you will understand this point by yourself. But we use this quality to train our eyesight, because the eyesight inside different from the outside. Outside we need clarity, we require light. How close we are to that object. But when we are closing our eye, the object inside use different way of seeing. It will start from the lower quality and become higher and higher and higher. This one used for visualization. Visualization in Samadhi is called kasina in Pali language. Kasina is mean you use object as concentration to help. For the example, our way we use the sun as a tool. By visualize the sun, somebody can't visualize it because lacking of understanding how the inside eyes work and how to use the object inside. So this one I will mention later on. So come back to closing our eyes. The way to training closing eyes have many ways. I will show you two, as I mentioned. But the result, as I mentioned, is when you close your eye and you throw away the eyesight that used to see the outside. If you are completely at the higher level of closing the eyes, what your eyesight look like? The eyesight is look like when you are take a look, and what you see is only the darkness. But the darkness is spacious, is big, endless, and had no tension or stress. It's open, just like you are go outside your house and take a look at the darkness at the night time, the darkest night, and take a look at the darkness with no star, nothing at all. You will see the darkness like that. It's spacious, it's endless, but not restricted, not small. If you're closing the eye and you feel like this, congratulations, that is the way of perfectly closing the eye. That is the feeling is required. So somebody have many ways of training, but the result should be the same like this. So if you have time, try to training of closing your eyes. So when you're gaining the knowledge of closing the eye perfectly, the inner peace is expectable. So for today, this is me who mentioned of training closing the eye. Later on, I will bring many ways of preparation of practice Samadhi. So for today, I thank you everybody for watching this video, and I bless you. I am blessing you with the longevity, strength, happiness, good complexion, and attaining of the inner peace for everyone. Thank you for watching.